Today, we're going to take a look at these two knives. This is the Civivi Tamashii, and this is the Civivi Elementum. Now, I've had this for about a year now, and I pocket carry it quite a bit. This is fairly new. If you're on the fence about getting one of these, we're going to take a look and kind of look at the positives and negatives to each one. Alright, first of all, we're going to look at the Civivi Elementum. Like I said, I've had this for about a year. This pocket carries very nicely. This is a 3.98 inch blade, so basically 4 inches. It is made out of a D2 steel. Now, I was a little confused at first. I had to find the original order. They make another Elementum. It's in like a satin finish, and that blade material, this one is a D2, like I said. That blade material is a 10 CR15 COMOV, which is actually a little better steel than the D2. It's the equivalent, it's the Chinese equivalent to a VG10 Japanese steel, which is a stainless steel. But the D2 steel is very good. It's pretty durable. I like it because it's easy to sharpen and holds an edge very nicely. So when any EDC knife that I carry needs to sharpen easy, because I'm gonna use it quite a bit. It's gonna be sharpened, and I'd like it to hold an edge also. And like I said, 3.98 inch blade, which makes this 8.48 inches overall. It has G10 scales. They're nice. They're pretty grippy. I don't know if you can see the pattern on here. There is a nice grip to it. I like that quite a bit. The blade thickness is 0.14. The blade width is exactly 1 inch. The handle width is also 1 inch. The handle thickness was 0.48. And the weight on this is 4.89 ounces. All right, now this is the Civivi Tamashii. It was designed by Bob Terzola. Actually, he makes custom blades, fighting blades. This blade is also D2 steel. It is 4.07 inches, just a little over 4 inches, and 8.87 inches overall. The handle width is 1 inch on this. The thickness is 0.55. You have kind of a swedge up here. We're going to compare both of these together, and we'll kind of talk about the differences. Now the weight on this is 3.84 ounces. Now I think I covered the specs. Comparing these two and what I like and what I don't like, they're both excellent EDC knives. I would be happy carrying either one of them. This Tamashii the grip is a little slippery. On the site it says that this is a micarta scale. It feels almost like G10, but I see weave here. It's a real slick weave. This is pinned together. You can see there's a strip right here. You can see the seam line on this. And this is not a full tang. This is, I guess, what I would call a 3/4 tang. It's not a rat tail to where it gets real narrow up here and comes down. It's actually thick until it gets to about this point right here, and then it stops. Is that a deal breaker for me? No, it's not, because the majority of it is in your hand. This is not going to be an outdoor knife to where you're get a baton with it. This is just going to be an EDC, opening boxes. It's a great defense knife. This is definitely pokey. it'll get the job done. A couple of things about this knife compared to the Elementum is they have jimping here, which I think's a little, it's not very aggressive. I would almost want to rough that up a little bit. There's no choil, but there is some nice jimping. This is actually nice up here to where you can get up on it. Where the Elementum is, you have a nice little choil here with the jimping, so you can get up there for doing a little bit more detailed work. This also, you know, it's a, let's see, the blade style on this is it's a drop point, to where this is it's a trailing point. It almost looks like, you know, just it's almost flat. There's just a very little curve to this, but they're calling it a trailing point. Now, comparing these, the thickness, you can kind of see they're really, really close. And as far as the sharpness on these, the Elementum from the factory is really nice and sharp. Now, the Tamashii, I'm a little disappointed because it's not a great edge from the factory. There's actually a few spots where it's a little flatter on there, but it still has a decent edge. I'll throw it on my Wicked Edge sharpener and get a better than factory edge on it. But yeah, that's a lot harder to cut that rope. I would think they would do a little bit better job putting a factory edge on this. But again, it's an easy fix. I'm going to sharpen it anyways. They both can't come with the exact same lanyards. This has a little longer leader on it. You know, side by side, they're, you know, almost identical. This is Tamashii is a little bit longer. Weight-wise, Tamashii is a little bit lighter. And get rid of this stuff here. They both come with the same exact sheath. Let me talk about that. This is a Kydex sheath, and this is how they come from the factory. Well, this one actually is a little different. This one is designed by Bob Truzzola, and yeah, you can actually, his name is right here. It's again, you'll be able to get a 2-inch belt in here, and this type you actually use a screw to move it. To where other ones, you know, they're all basically like a tech lock style, which is great. And you can move this around. You can carry this Scout style, or, you know, vertically and horizontally. What I've done with this, and what I'll do with this one also, is again, I just put a Alti clip on it, and it will ride right inside my front pocket. They fit very well. Let's see, yeah, they're different designs. I don't know if they went completely generic with their sheaths, but they are molded to the blade. So nice positive lock up there, no shaking. Again, with this one, it's a little. This one's in a little bit. It's a little stiffer, and with that, absolutely no movement at all. This one you would have to pop that. It pops open okay. I like the stonewash finish on this, and this one is kind of more of a coated steel on here. But you know what's funny about this is that the satin version comes with, I think, a little bit better steel, but it comes with a crappier sheath. You don't get a Kydex. It's like a little leather sheath. It's not ambidextrous at all. So it's kind of weird. They have a mismatch like that. I didn't mention the grind on these. This is a hollow grind where it goes down in here and it levels out right by the edge. And this is a flat grind here. As far as slicing, you know, Again, this isn't razor. It does it. It does it. You got to find that. Yeah, you got to find that spot that's sharp on there. Again, it needs sharpened, which is a shame for the factory. And I've used this a few times too, so this doesn't have the best edge on it either. Like I said, I've used this for a year without really needing to sharpen it. It's held an edge really well. So they'll both go on the sharpener. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have one of these knives, or again, you're on the fence and you're looking to get one. So in conclusion, which one would I carry? It really depends on, you know, kind of what you want to do with it. I think that the Elementum has better ergonomics. If it just feels a little bit better. Now the handle's a little bit smaller. I've got big hands. So, you know, if you have really big hands, that might make a difference, you know, but I have extra large glove hands, so you should have no problem. The Tamashii, ergonomically, I mean, it has a nice grip. I feel I would be concerned if I had to use this in a defense situation. I would be a little concerned my hand would slide up on this. I think it would be better if I somehow took a Dremel or some sandpaper and roughed this up a little bit. I wish it had a little bit more of a finger spot, you know, or divot right there. It'd be really nice if it had some sort of choil that came back. But overall, I like this. It's again, it's a piercing knife. It's a fighting knife, and if this is truly micarta, it'll rough up over time. If I'm, you know, if it is and I'm wrong, and I think it's G10, please correct me. But at least they put some nice, this is nice aggressive jimping, and you can get up there real nice. So they're, man, it's really, really hard to say. Buy both of them. This is a full tang. And it's it's definitely a heavier knife. You feel a little more quality, I guess, in this knife, the Elementum, than the Tamashii, but this is a lighter knife. So, you know, if I had to choose one, I would probably choose the Elementum. I just really like that. But again, this is also a very pretty knife. It's a more of an aggressive knife, so I'm definitely keeping both of them. I'll rotate this into my EDC pocket carry. With that being said, I hope that this video helped you out. It was a little informative to whether to get, you know, one of these or both of these. I think they're both great knives. I think I'm a little more fond of the Elementum. Thank you for watching. Stay ready, stay sharp.